All right. So we're talking about our Star Wars movies rankings today.
There's been 10 movies, conveniently.
There
There's
you
been
go.
10 movies, so we
Top
can rank
10.
a top 10. It's that easy for us.
Yeah.
And we made our list ahead of time to compare, and just looking at it, we don't have any agreement on any of it for the most part, except for what the worst movie is.
Yep. So we wrote our numbers on here, and we're gonna discuss, and maybe we're gonna set our top 10 as we do the video
Live.
Here we go. So we're looking at it, and we both have the worst movie as Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, yeah. It's a middle movie. It is built to be a sequel. It's built to be a sequel. It doesn't have any standalone quality, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but to be the worst, there's a couple of them are like that.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it also doesn't do well. It also throws in that romance story with Padme and Anakin that nobody wanted to see.
I mean, it was going to happen, but it's just poorly acted.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So now we're looking. So that's 10. That's our consensus worst movie.
No, this is
a little bit of backstory. Wait, a little bit of backstory though. We are 31 and 33, and we didn't grow up with the early movies, but we watched them a lot because our dad's a huge Star Wars fan. So we do know those movies pretty well. We do enjoy the prequels better than a lot of other people probably do, but this one's terrible. So, or maybe not, because we really just enjoy one of the prequels. Because number 9 looks like it's pretty good. We're going to be going with the Phantom Menace. I have it at 8. He has the 9.
It's a pretty solid consensus to me right at the bottom.
That seems right there. So we do like them, but I guess we still don't like them.
Everybody says, "Hey, let's watch Star Wars" when Vader's a kid. No.
Well, I base my rankings on if I was going to sit down and watch a movie right now, which one would I want to watch the most? It's not about which one I think is the best theatrical or whatever. I think which one rewatchability. Which one do I can't wait to experience again? Because I think that's my selling point.
So it's not the Phantom Menace for you?
The Phantom Menace is not one I want to re-experience all the time. But we look at number 8. Now we're looking at 8, and it looks like our next worst number is going to be Solo.
Yeah,
pretty close. Yeah, I would say Solo. I liked it too. That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Star Wars movies are just all so awesome.
Yeah, we like them all. That's the thing. So to rank them is gonna seem like we're discrediting one of them, but really, someone's gonna have to be ranked where they're at. It's just what it is.
Yeah, and that's why Star Wars is so great. Is I love that movie, and it's number 8 on its best of 10. I think that one's gonna have to be 5 when we get to it.
Probably.
So the next worst 2 numbers is probably The Last Jedi. Yeah, I know a lot of people are probably gonna have down their list with Phantom Menace. I like that they try to do something a little different. I know it's not the lore, and I know that the biggest complaint is if they could just run ships through light speed and take down destroyers from the beginning. Why didn't they do that before? I know it blows a hole in the story, but I like the cinematics of it.
My thing was, it's like you have all that stuff that got built up from the first movie, and then you just pretty much just got rid of it all to do your own movie.
Threw the lightsaber over the shoulder, didn't even matter.
That was indicative of the entire movie. There was an entire lightsaber throw over the shoulder.
And I know a lot of people didn't like Luke being that way, and I agree with that. I didn't like Luke in that direction. I don't know why Yoda would come up as much as Obi-Wan would have. I don't know, but I did really love the story building on Kylo and Ren. That's what kind of Kylo and Rey. That's what kind of brings me to loving that movie. I love the way they were communicating, and I like their storyline.
I still could have done without half topless Kylo Ren though. That was a weird outfit. I don't know what that was.
It was weird.
It was all the way up to right below his
He's
chest.
such a good actor though.
Adam Driver's fantastic.
And I think that's what does it for me with these newer movies. Is I think that Adam Driver is such a good actor, and he puts so much depth into the character of Kylo Ren that it makes me want to watch him again because he's such a good character.
I just think overall the acting in itself is better.
I agree.
In this most recent trilogy, as opposed to the other.
The lore might not be as good as what people are going to complain about, but I think that the acting is, without a doubt, better. It just is better. I mean,
it's like comparing the Joker from the Adam West TV show to Heath Ledger's Joker.
The
acting's just.
I'm not saying Adam West is bad. It was just old, and Heath Ledger just brought more real, better acting to the table. I think
That's a different movie.
that's a different movie. So that's going to be our number 7. So now we got to look at number 6. So looks like it's going to be this one, right? So
Yeah, I mean, right there.
that makes it. So it's going to be Return of the Jedi. So Return of the Jedi is cool. I like it. What are your first thoughts on Return of the Jedi being at 6, Scott?
It seems about right.
I put it at 6. You put it at 5.
I had it at 5. I had it a spot higher, but I mean, it's not much different. When you think of Return of the Jedi, it's like the conclusion of everything happening in the first trilogy. But again, when you think about a movie I want to just pick up and start watching, I don't go straight to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but I do like it quite a bit. I like it more than a lot of the other movies, and I don't know why, but it's one of the first trilogy. I like it a lot more than Empire Strikes Back, which is why we're gonna get to number 5,
which is
Empire Strikes Back, and that's only because of me. Scott, explain.
Well, you see, Alex had it way on the bottom of his list at number 9, but I had it on the top of my list at number 1.
I want you to tell me why it's number 1.
Empire Strikes Back. There's nothing I don't like about this movie. I mean, you have the first interaction when you have Luke going to the Sky Castle, or what a Cloud Castle to fight Darth Vader. You have the unveiling of him being the father. I mean, you get to meet Yoda for the first time. All that stuff happens in that movie. All these iconic characters that meetings that we think about all happen in that movie.
Yeah, it's very iconic. I agree. I do think it's iconic. I don't know. I mean, I told you we can work on this list as we go, but
I mean, it hurts that my number 1 is sitting at number 5, but hey,
yeah,
that's the nature of making a list together.
Well, everything else we have way more consensus on.
That's true. That's why it was so weird to see such a difference in ranking on that.
I think it's because you watch a lot of movie ranking shows, and you know that that's the highest ranked Star Wars movie.
I don't think
on everybody else's
but
list.
This one's not.
That one's definitely not, but you know that one is.
I don't think I use that knowledge. I
think you
that
subconsciously
movie.
did.
I mean, you can't judge a subconscious.
The masses. It's an okay movie.
All right, going on to number 4.
I will say this: it has one of the biggest twists in cinematic history, obviously, in the movie. It's great, but rewatchability wise, I already know the twist. So, I mean,
you just know the twist and still enjoy the movie, though.
But it's not as interesting as like a Fight Club twist. It's just kind of like
you know that Bruce Willis is dead in the entire movie for
So it's worth one extra watch, but that's it.
Agree to disagree.
All right. So number 4. Looks like that one, right?
Yeah, which is funny because they're all in a row.
So A New Hope.
The one that starts it all off.
Yeah. So we're gonna cross off New Hope off that list. So we're gonna talk about New Hope, but just so you guys are keeping track, the last 3 are gonna be either Force Awakens, Rogue One, or Revenge of the Sith. So let's see. That's what the final 3 are looking down to. So we'll talk about New Hope now. New Hope brings us the whole Star Wars lore. Brings everything.
We wouldn't have anything without it, but we don't rake it that high because of that.
But it's also watchable.
Yeah,
like it's way more watchable than
everything happens in that movie. Honestly, if they only did a one Star Wars movie, you have a start, middle, and everything happens in that movie anyway.
Yeah, everything happens. They didn't know there was going to be a sequel when they made it, so they made it a full, complete movie without all this cliffhanger and stuff. So it's a great movie to watch because if you try and get someone into the series, it just gets you into that world. And even though you want more, it still closes if you don't. It's great.
Like, hey, there's a Death Star here. Let's blow it up. All right, end movie.
Yep, that's it. And although what's probably going to... I think that there's a retread that happens, but I think it's done better. That's why we haven't seen The Force Awakens yet. But looks like Scott and I are going to decide on number 3 right now, and it looks like it's obviously Rogue One in this, based on points, right?
Yeah, based on math, it has to be.
Yep. So Rogue One is 3. Scott, you had it number 2, man. Talk to me about it.
I mean, is there much of a difference between 1 and 3? No, 2 and 3? I really enjoyed the movie. I thought, as a standalone Star Wars movie, it was fantastic. It wasn't a story I thought that we needed, but I'm still glad we got it. We got to see Darth Vader being a badass, which we don't really get to see that often anyway.
Yeah. Dude, that was
a phenomenal
You talk about the best scenes in Star Wars, which we're going to do one day.
That's
Darth Vader hallway scene might have to be number 1.
I mean, you also had the Red Room in Last Jedi.
That was great too. So people forget about the great parts of Last Jedi. I'm telling you.
They like to remember the bad stuff. They want to remember the space boat.
But we're talking about Rogue One, I love that we all kind of knew what the end was going to have to be, which all of them are dying, which is great.
It still fills a lot of plot holes that we didn't know about. Like what happened to the Gold Squadron,
Yeah,
Red Squadron,
it had a lot of little Easter eggs in there. When you saw the squad go in and then Red 5 died, you knew that Luke was make a spot. That was kind of fun. Like, the movie was just a fun, great way to do anthology films for the series that I thought was way better executed than the solo film, obviously. But I still love the solo film, but the Rogue One I think it was executed a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
And I liked that whole movie and how it built.
So the question for us now is, these have the same point totals.
We had the same point totals, so I'll let you do this one because you're 1 and 2. I struck back to the back, so you can pick which one of those two is better if you really want.
It's tough, man. But for our number 2 best Star Wars movie, we're gonna go with Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. Love this movie. Love it. That is my number 2 as well. Revenge of the Sith brought everything together, and we knew what was going to happen. We knew that he was going to turn into Darth Vader. We knew what was going to go down, and it's just fun to watch. I know some people can say it should have been executed better or whatever. And, what's his name? Hayden Christensen was such a bad actor that he ruined it. I don't think so. I think if you see him in the movies, he's a good actor. The guy can act.
He's an okay actor. He's okay. You saw Jumper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay.
Anyway, he was being a whiny teen, just like Luke was a whiny teen. They were trying to show that there was links to their character.
Do you think that was intentional?
Yes.
Well,
I think they would have corrected it.
An acting choice?
I do think it was an acting choice of Hayden Christensen. Yeah. But I just love the movie, how you just know the looming Order 66 is one of the best moments of any Star Wars film, if not the most important.
If we're making that list of best Star Wars movies, that's up there.
It's up there. Best Star Wars moments.
I mean, how come all our...
That's what we should do. Instead of scenes, we should moments. And because Vader's lightsaber against Order 66 are both huge.
I mean, it looks like we're saying best Star Wars deaths is what we're doing there. There's a lot of people dying when we do these.
But why do we like Revenge of the Sith so much? I know a lot of people aren't like that part of the list, but I don't know why I like it, but I do know I like it a lot. And I watched it so many times. I would watch
when you see it happen, it's like, oh man, not him, the guy who I don't know his name for, not him.
So that's us for Revenge of the Sith, and it looks like number 1 is going to be The Force Awakens.
Since this was your number 1, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this.
So, why I like The Force Awakens more? I think that the character building was a lot better, ton better. I think it was great. I thought Adam Driver brought so much depth and character to Kylo Ren that you never even got out of Vader in the first 3 movies. You just didn't get it. Like, this guy was so good in his role. He played a perfect villain. And you could feel his emotion and everything. That was a big part of it. And you add in a little bit of nostalgia. They throw him in, they throw the Falcon, they throw Harrison Ford in there, they throw Leia. They get all that nostalgia stuff going. They get it going, but they also made their new characters. And my favorite Star Wars character is probably Poe Dameron, and I think he's great for the series. I think he's perfect. And I thought Finn was a good choice. I just like this. The movie is so good. It's such a rewatchable movie, and you never have a bad time. And I think the biggest complaint to it is it's a retread of A New Hope, and I get that. I do get that. But A New Hope came out 40 years ago, whatever it was. So let them do that story for the new generation, and that's fine. I don't care.
I agree. I had it at my number 4 for pretty much all the same reasons. I thought that the action was more entertaining than most of the other movies. We got to see Luke at the end, which we wait an entire movie to see him, then we get to see it close right there. Oh, it just leaves you hanging on for the next one. So much.
Good.
Everything about the movie was fantastic to me. I'm perfectly fine with it being a number 1.
Yeah. I like it. So that's gonna make our final list. Number 1, The Force Awakens. Number 2, Revenge of the Sith. Number 3, Rogue One. Number 4, A New Hope. Number 5, Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back.
They're all Star Wars.
Yeah, they're all Star Wars. 6 is Return of the Jedi. 7 is The Last Jedi. 8 is Solo. 9 is The Phantom Menace. And 10 is Attack of the Clones.
So let us know what you think. Are we right? Probably not.
But this is just our opinions.
This is our opinion.
I'm the one that brought his number 1 down to 5 because I'm a dick.
So yeah, let us know what you think. Most of you already know us, so you can just message us or leave a comment, make a share, whatever. See you guys soon.